what's up YouTube? DJ here with Goku Gaming, bringing you another video talking about some Dragon Ball gaming news this time. I have been covering Dragon Ball gaming news on this channel since, well, Sparking Zero. And as you guys know, or who, it depends on who you ask, because I don't think this is true, but everybody's like, Sparking Zero was a flop. No, it wasn't. Sparking Zero is a great game. You can kiss my ass. I don't care what you say. Love Sparking Zero. Always gonna love Sparking Zero. But Bandai has moved on to Xenoverse 3. Well, I don't say moved on because Sparking Zero, of course, is still getting the Neo update this summer. But Xenoverse 3, of course, is their second Dragon Ball child. As you guys know, Xenoverse 2 has been out on the market for the last 10 plus years or so. I think the game came out in like 2026. So by the time this game comes out, it'll be 11 years because the game comes out in 2027. So I just kind of wanted to go over, talk about some news. You can see the video playing in the background. I haven't watched this trailer yet. It's 3 minutes. So we're going to watch it here in a little bit, and I'll kind of get my thoughts on it. But look, I am not a Xenoverse fan. I will say that right now. I bought the first Xenoverse, and it's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up on Dragon Ball games like Budokai 2, 3, Tenkaichi 1, Tenkaichi 2, Tenkaichi 3, of course. I've played Raging Blast 1 and 2, love those. I played Ultimate Tenkaichi, did not like that one too much. Tenkaichi Tag, Shin Budokai Another Road, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get in there and fight. Fighters, love it. Yes, I know you just get in there and fight in Xenoverse, but I don't want to sit there and have to grind my character up and get moves and shit like that when it comes to my Dragon Ball game. It's not what I care for. So I was not a huge fan of Xenoverse 1. I did not buy Xenoverse 2. I got the light version of Xenoverse 2. Played like 10 minutes of it and put it down. So will I pick up Xenoverse 3? Honestly, probably not, but that may change, just because I love Dragon Ball. I want to create Dragon Ball content, more Dragon Ball content, I guess I should say. I don't have enough Sparking Zero content because all my friends dropped it, if we're being honest. I did have some online ranked gameplay from Sparking Zero because I just started playing ranked and I was getting my ass whooped. And I lost all that footage, so that's why that footage isn't on the channel. But I've been playing the shit out of Sparking Zero on my PlayStation. The only thing is my PlayStation is downstairs, so I don't have a way to record what I've been playing. I've been playing with my son and my wife. My daughter doesn't care for it, but I've been playing with my son and my wife heavy on Sparking Zero to the point where, like, my wife was just like, I'm going to get good at this game and I'm gonna whoop your ass. And my son, he just gets mad when he loses, and it's just like, I don't want to play this anymore. But I wish we were playing up here so I could record all that gameplay, because I've been having so much fun just playing against them and stuff like that. I'm still doing the story mode for the characters and stuff as well. So, like, I've been putting hours into Sparking Zero on my PlayStation versus on my PC. I haven't really touched it on PC just because I've just been playing other games when I come up here. This is like my multiplayer Yu-Gi-Oh time when I come up lately, just because stuff has been so hectic, and 007 and stuff like that. So 007, more videos coming for that as well. We'll finish the game, the walkthrough, before I switch over to Legacy of the Dark Knight. But anyways, let's go over this Xenoverse 3 stuff here. It says, are you ready for the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 Road Tour? This was announced on Instagram. The Road Tour begins at DreamCon in Houston, Texas on July 10th. I'm actually going to try and go there. I don't know if I'll be able to. It just depends on what scheduling and stuff is looking like. But if I'm able to go, I will definitely try to get some Xenoverse 3 content, like through the Meta Glasses or something. And, like, I guess show you guys that. If not, then I just won't. Like, it is what it is. But I think this is dope. DreamCon, it will be in Houston July 10th, and we will be able to play Xenoverse 3 if you attend. So that's actually really, really dope. This is the Road Tour map for Xenoverse 3. The second spot will be in Santa Clara, California, July 18th to the 19th. And then San Diego Comic-Con, the 23rd to the 26th. Then we will go, let's see, right here in August, California, everything California, California, Ohio, what is this, Pennsylvania? I think that's what it is, PA. And then Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, obviously, this is the only one I care about because I live in Houston. So if I attend, I will definitely be able to. I will definitely try to get my hands on with that and get some footage for you guys. Again, just depending on how scheduling looks and how that ends up going. And then here's more stuff that we'll be going over. But first, let's just kind of go over this stuff first. So, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, new 3 Xenoverse, I'm sorry, new gameplay details and screenshots. It says choose from either an Earthling or Sand character, seamlessly connected open maps, allowing you to fly directly from one mission to the other. I could have sworn like in the other ones you got to choose like different characters, right? Like more than just Earthling and Sand. I don't know. Soul Change. I did see a video on the Soul Change. I don't know how I feel about that. You can transform into iconic Dragon Ball characters like Trunks, Vegeta, and Piccolo. That's kind of like the concept from Breakers, right? There's a point in Breakers where you can like transform into other heroes as you're trying to escape the villain. Transforming will recover your HP and boost your stats. Sand characters can use awoken skills to turn Super Saiyan or use Kaioken. I don't know why that's limited to a Sand though. The Kaioken thing, because like I don't think that's just a Sand thing in the anime or manga, but whatever. Take on side quests as part of the Great Sandman Squadron, along with NPC allies or online friends. Great Sandman Squadron members can perform various actions like blocking enemy attacks or healing you. A major change is that special attacks no longer consume ki and instead run on a cooldown. Special and ultimate moves can have one of 3 attributes: guard, piercing, spirit draining, or break critical hit. Reducing an enemy's stamina to 0 puts them in the spirit break state. Using a break critical attack on enemies in this state will deal massive damage. You can also put the spirit break state by taking damage or overusing the Vanquish. Super Broly from DBS is confirmed as a boss. Some attacks like Super Kamehameha can hit multiple enemies at once. The new Age 1000 city has a futuristic feel while still retaining some of West City's charm, releasing 2027 on PC, Xbox, and PS5. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of the Xenoverse concept. I am a huge fan of them going past the end of like the Dragon Ball time and going into a new age, Age 1000. I think that is cool. And I would love for them to do that in the anime, kind of get past Goku and friends. Now, obviously, that kind of changes the whole narrative of Dragon Ball, but it is what it is. Like GT was kind of pushing towards that with Goku Jr. and then that shit ended because GT was just cheeks. But I think this is cool concept, and if they ever get to that point in the anime / manga, I think that would be absolutely dope. But we'll see. Skill types in Xenoverse 3: guard piercing type purple, deals damage by penetrating the enemy's guard. Stamina draining type yellow, significantly reduces the enemy's stamina. And break critical type, which is red, deals massive damage, and it's compatible with break hits. And this is just telling you, so like the burning attack would be break critical. This would be a stamina drain right here, the consecutive energy blast, and then this would be a guard piercing type of move, the energy wave combo. So that's cool, I guess. Kaioken Assault, Super God Fist. I love fucking God mode. I don't care what anyone says. Like the red one. Blue is cool too, but I love the red God mode. And if they would have stopped at that before getting into Ultra Instinct, I think that'd have been dope. But whatever. What I'm not a fan of is this. If you guys see this HUD, what the fuck's going on? That is just too much shit on the screen at once. You have over here, it says light, heavy, boost, chase, super attack, ultimate attack. Maybe that's just for the demo purposes and that won't actually be on the screen. Then you have your R2 HUD, your L2 HUD, which it looks like allows you to do your soul change thing or whatever it's called. You have the boss at the top, and then you have your team on the left side, and it's super huge. Maybe you can make it smaller. I don't know. And then it has the mission you're on, digging into the land of ice, defeat Broly. Like that is just, that's huge. This is just too much on the screen, in my opinion. I hope they drop that. We'll see. Like I said, whenever, I'm pretty sure they'll drop a beta or a demo or something. It says, after analyzing more of the Xenoverse 3 gameplay and reading interviews, I believe the game will have different modes similar to SF6, Street Fighter 6. I'm guessing that's what I mean. Basically, one will be a more RPG, open world, and co-op based, while the other part of the game is the traditional fighting and PvP modes. Like I said, I'm just more of the fighting mode. So once more comes out and it shows the modes, or it shows, like, you know, whatever. But again, that's what they have Xenoverse for, as their open arena, like, fighting type of thing. And then they have their 2D fighting with fighters, and then they have their, it's like, I think what they're doing, right, they have, like, again, their arena style fighter with sparking. They have their 2D fighters with fighters, and then they're going to do this co-op based type of game, which is Xenoverse, of course. And the way they supported Xenoverse 2 for 10 years, I fully expect them to support this game for 10 years. I fully expect them to support sparking for 10 years. I think the days of, hey, we're just going to drop a complete sequel every 2 years or so is, like, out the window when it comes to Dragon Ball games, like or just Bandai games in general. And Bandai is more of like, hey, we're going to support this with content versus dropping a brand new game, right? So just spend the money on the DLC, keep the game up, we'll update it as we go, make it better, this and that, right? Because Sparking Zero, again, is getting that Neo update this year. That's going to be their update. That's their 2-year update. 2 years, new game. The mechanics are somewhat supposed to change for the fighting. You get fighters, which had so many updates, and I think that's actually coming up on 10 years in 2028, if I'm not mistaken. And then you have Xenoverse, which again was getting just updates and updates and stories, and they're getting their final story, I think, this year and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I think that's personally a great way to support your games. I don't think you need to necessarily drop just a whole new game where you can just go in and update it and do free updates and do paid updates and stuff like that, and not have to charge so much. And you can just buy, like, a season pass for like $30 and get the shit for that year, and then buy another season pass for the next year. And I would prefer spending $30 to $35 versus $70 on a whole new game every year or every 2 years, as some companies do. So I think these games will be supported for years and years and years to come. What is this? So this guy put some stuff down, interviews and trailers, all race. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, all races are confirmed. When asked if there are new races, responded with, that's the one we can't reveal too much at the time, and new races are still to be determined. So I probably like Hit's race or Jiren's race or stuff like that, right? Because I think those are a lot interesting than just sticking to your Saiyans and your humans and your Majins and your Namekians and stuff like that. I think I read somewhere that androids could be like a thing, but who knows. Crossplay is confirmed. That's huge that they said they were working on implementing crossplay, because Xenoverse honestly is like a crossplay type of game, because it's a co-op based thing. I get why they may not have it in like their actual standard fighting games. It sucks because I would love for that, but I kind of get why, right? Especially when it comes to like that PC fan base, they can just go in there and mod and stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can do it with Xenoverse as well, but Xenoverse is more like an online connected type of thing. So that's huge. That's cool. I love that. Customization is significantly wider than Xenoverse 1 and 2. Character size and weight does not affect stats anymore. It, of course, has a single-player story mode, which seems to be focused on a brand new story for Dragon Ball rather than going through old ones or what-ifs. So that's also one of the things I did not like when it came to Xenoverse as a whole. Like, again, I've only played really Xenoverse 1, a little bit of Xenoverse 2. I want you to just give me a brand new story. So reading this has actually kind of pushed me more towards I'll probably get the game. I'm still on the fence, but I probably get the game. It says, and of course, again, the single player mode focus on a brand new story of Dragon Ball rather than going through old ones or whatever. So apparently it has 20 to 30 hours of story. I love that. I think that's awesome. Customizable houses and rooms with a comment mentioning heavily prioritizing expanded social features. This is the soul change is not a replacement of the mentor system. More info will be revealed in the future. Time patrol relation seems non-existent, and instead of the past, we're focusing on the future. Love that. Age 1000 is over 200 years into the future of the Dragon Ball timeline. Love it. I'm telling you, if the anime ever gets to the point where they want to just reach the end of Z, like, hello, we need that. Just at least reach the end of Z and go into, I don't want to say GT territory, because that's they don't need to do anything GT did, but go past the end of Z, please. When asked if the game has any connections to Dragon Ball Online, Hiran, I don't know how to say his last name, said it's something he can't go too deep into. However, unlike the MMO, this is something Toriyama has worked on a lot. They aren't drawing from online version as much as they are building this from the ground up. I'm sold. I'm getting the game. I'm getting it because Toriyama worked on it, and I'm gonna support anything he did. I love that he gave me Dragon Ball. Like, Dragon Ball is, as I said in another video, like, gaming is something that helped me unwind when I was stressed out and stuff like that. Dragon Ball is something that, like, I don't know how to put it into words, but it's, in my opinion, one of the best things that has, like, come into my life, because it's something that I bonded, like, with my brother with. We watched Dragon Ball every day after school and stuff like that. Like, it used to come on, like, WB, like, after school and shit like that. It's Toonami. I've made a ton of friends through Dragon Ball. It was, like, that one anime that everyone knew. And then when it came to the games, everyone was like, oh, we got to pick Team Gohan, Super Saiyan 2. And, like, Dragon Ball is just that one thing that, like, again, I don't know how to put it in words. So I love Toriyama for giving us Dragon Ball. And since he's worked on this a lot, I'm supporting it. So yes, I'm not a Xenoverse fan, but I'm getting Xenoverse 3. So yes, I will be getting Xenoverse 3. They decided to remove the key bar since everyone's style boiled down to spamming attacks. They want players to see a wide range of styles to choose from, with attacks, experiences, and skills, rather than simply converging on one optimized playstyle. I love that. I absolutely love that. There may be more player interactivity in Xenoverse 3. Bare minimum, the quest had 4 characters rather than Xenoverse 2 having 3. They are aware of SAM popularity and have been very mindful and careful with during development, also stating that we have tried to make it as balanced as possible without losing the element of fun. Yeah, because, like, bro, you go into a world of Dragon Ball, you want to be a Saiyan. Like, who has always said, like, I want to transform into a fat Majin or something? Like, no, I want to transform into a Super Saiyan. I want to transform to a Super Saiyan God. I want to transform in Ultra Instinct. I want to be a Saiyan. Multiple hair color options. Very unique body types for Earthling and Saiyan, as well as Majins. Avatars looking more expressive compared to Xenoverse 2, and cutscenes are animated beautifully and will absolutely be incredible. I think the character models look more of, like, Xenoverse, Sparking style, but we'll go more into that, because after this I'll play the trailer. This video is getting kind of long. It says website info plus gameplay video. I'm not going to look at the 15-minute demo. I'll do that on my own time. I'm not going to make a video on that because that's just too long, and this is already long. Key gauge is completely gone, and the system is now based on cooldowns. Okay, we're at that. Stamina has been changed, but largely functions the same. Health is one single bar again, like Xenoverse 1 rather than Xenoverse 2. Skills are now divided. Okay, I saw that in the other post. Soul Change and Awoken skill take the same slot, so you can choose to have a transformation or the ability to play as a different character temporarily. I'm not sure if Awoken skills are time gated, as I've seen mixed comments saying it is and it isn't. That balances that, and I like that so much. Because if you were able to just transform into a Super Saiyan and, like, you're getting your ass whooped and you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna use my Soul Chain to get my health back or whatever, I think that's kind of unfair. You can only have access to one ultimate attack. However, you gain an assist character where the other slot would usually be. For example, the avatar can summon Vegeta to do a duo Gallic gun. That's dope. PQs, or I guess quests, they take place in a single giant area that you progress through rather than going through warp gates. The quest will tell you of your current objective, unique enemies with unique classes. You can use Super Kamehameha or any ultimate, I suppose, to wipe out a flood of enemies. The solo character you choose isn't only there as a form change, but can also make comments during the quest as well. You encounter canon characters within the new city. They showed Vegeta Saiyan Saga just chilling, and you could talk to him as well. I have a feeling this is only a memory of Vegeta or something like that, like a virtual copy. That'd be dope, because Vegeta shouldn't exist. Awesome new intro for the beginning. You know what would be a dope quest in this is like an otherworld, or like in the story mode, like, you know, if they're doing a completely original story, if there's a part in the story mode where you can just, like, you desperately need help from the Z Fighters, and you just go to otherworld, and like Goku or Vegeta or someone's like, hey, grant me some time to go back to Earth and like help this nigga out or something like that. That'd be dope. Awesome new intro for the beginning of Quest, which is rather similar to Gekishin Squadra. Love that game. I need to start playing it more and putting some videos up on the channel. I believe there will be custom intros you can choose given in the trailer as you strike a pose. Occasionally when the hero uses a skill, a pop-up called active ability shows up, which provides a boon of some sort. I think boom, I think is what he meant to put. Given from what I've seen, it appears to be passives. When characters are down, there is now a new timer to revive them. Upon hitting the revive button, you give them energy for a little bit, and they're then revived at half health. I am unsure what happens when the timer expires, but it seems like you shouldn't ignore it. I would assume they die. I would personally assume that they die if you don't revive them in time. But anyways, let's look at this trailer real fast before I end the video. It is 3 minutes, so it's kind of long. My dog just scared the shit out of me coming up here.
You there, is my voice reaching your ears? You have been summoned, brought here from a land far, far away.
I want to, like, I believe it's Chris Sabat that does the voice for Shinron. It's crazy how he can make his voices for Yamcha and Piccolo and Vegeta sound like different, but you can tell it's him. And then when he's at that Shinron, it's like they add this like layer of just deepness, and it sounds so dope because it's Shinron. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but Shinron just sounds so cool.
Who are you, and what are you doing here? Do you know what?
All right, first off, why is that character's name Bulma? Is that the original Bulma, or is that a descendant of Bulma named Bulma?
Brought you here, and where you came from. I mean, do you even know where you are? And it's not like you or I have any lead, so why not join the GS squad?
Hey, you! Keep your hands off that, you dirty thief!
This dude, Brett, thought it was cool to be a disciple of Tien. No shade to Tien. He had one moment in Z against Cell and did nothing after that. He was kind of cold in Dragon Ball. If you haven't watched Dragon Ball, please watch Dragon Ball. He was kind of cold in Dragon Ball, then he just became nothing. So to be a disciple of Tien is kind of funny.
One more inch, and you're finished. I'll knock you right into next week, do you hear me?
So, what do you say?
Gamma 1!
With us for the sake of world peace?
What is this dude wearing?
You still don't know much about this world, right? Well, I want to test you with a special mission. Bulma and I talked it over, and we have decided that you will enroll in a school. There, you will learn more about this world.
Interesting.
It's nice to meet you both. I'm Lilika.
Oh, this is like actual story because these have actual character names.
Well, nice to meet you.
Hey, punk, what do you think you're staring at? We'll see who's laughing.
Oh, he has a tail. Okay. One thing about Toriyama is like a lot of his manga characters kind of look the same, if that makes sense. Like he uses a lot of similar designs through his show, like his animes and mangas, so it's you know, they're recognizable.
We're the GS squad, champions of justice.
Oh boy.
Let's suit up. Time to show them what we can do. Heroes away! Pros like us never lose. Right, trusty sidekick?
I feel some weird connection between us.
Shut up, Krillin.
Now release!
I believe you can handle it.
Transforming into another being.
See?
Possible.
We can.
Y'all see that? Piccolo's voice, like, is different from Vegeta's, and it's the same dude. Like, dude's just so talented. It always trips me out.
Win if we work together.
Now look at that. That looks nothing like Xenoverse models from before. This looks like they are like, hey, let's just pull those sparking models in and let's just put them in this game. That's what it looks like to me.
Amazing! I knew you could do it.
I love
You
Future
can
Trunks,
win
by the way.
this, I know
Awesome.
You
Best
grown
character ever.
strong. You might
Piccolo.
be
I'm telling you, this is like the
better
sparking
than
models, bro.
Whoa!
Look at this
Do you feel
loser.
that power?
Take your time.
This
Just
loser.
focus on giving it everything you've got.
Challenging us was your first mistake.
Saiyan Saga Vegeta was definitely a choice, but I like it. I fucks with it. Did he have a halo? Oh, you can overlay Kaioken?
A superhero never turns their back on a person in need. Right, sidekick? Today begins the first chapter of our heroic saga.
Interesting. That was actually dope too. His hair went from like white to like green to the actual, and I guess it's, you know, Broly. Yeah, this is interesting. You can overlay Kaioken on your Super Saiyan, which is dope, honestly.
A superhero never turns their back on a person in need. Right, sidekick?
That I'm more not worried, but I'm more interested in that character, the one with the tail. Because I wonder, like, this is the future, so could they have, like, genetically enhanced the humans to also obtain tails and turn into a Zaru? That would be dope. That would be dope. But we'll see. I think that'd be dope, though. But anyways, y'all, we're reaching about 30 minutes on this video. I'm sorry it took so long, but yeah. DreamCon, July 10th. If I go, I will definitely make a video for you guys. Be on the lookout for more Dragon Ball content on the channel. Sparking Zero, Gekishin Squadra, and then other games, of course, that I'm still playing, like 007, Legacy of the Dark Knight, and just all that. Gaming channel as a whole, of course. So see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.